Previously, on Realms and Nerds, the Vassanoka Adventures.
I can change my entire appearance, like that.
Standing behind the bar is a half Goliath, actually.
What size is a half Goliath?
Medium.
Hell yeah.
You know that what is standing in front of you is a Furbolg.
What size class is that?
I believe medium yet.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
I have some parting gifts for you, actually.
And he's going to pick up a breastplate.
For you, Krohl, with you being dead and all, I thought that, perhaps you'd want to wear something living for once. It's been worked on by our druids. It has, a few magical properties. For you, Ben, I found this. It was an antique. You being a ranger and all, it might come in handy. This arrow, it was crafted by the elves. You can't seem to lose it. It always comes back.
Solve my riddle, and you will be rich.
You see the last ball go in, and you see the number 9 pop up on the wall. And back at the 7, there comes out a pair of boots.
Llew would like to examine his boots.
As you put on these boots, you see this blue mist come and start to wrap up to the first layer of this building, and they're making these steps. So the three of you all walk up these misty steps.
These
and
boots are made for walking.
find yourself once again back outside in this field, in the divot in the field with all these boulders. So as our 3 adventurers come crawling out of this pit in the ground where they have just finished their most recent challenge from the Game Master, they all fall down in the soft patch of grass next to the cave entrance that they crawled out of, and they're all going to take a moment to catch their breath, take a rest if you'd like to do so, and they all are also going to examine the pieces of equipment that they were just recently gifted by the Game Master. Krohl looks at the breastplate that he recently found, or that he just found, and...
So, it's a wooden breastplate that is alive. It allows me to take a dash action before any normal action. And after losing the first hit points from my hit point maximum, like in a fight, like I'm at total and then I get hit, it provides 5 temporary hit points after damage has been taken.
Okay. Ben observes this antique arrow that he's just been gifted, and he's a bit confused and puzzled by it.
He looks at the arrow, and kind of a lot of archers like to look at the
shaft. The shaft of the arrow.
Yeah, he's looking at that. He's looking at that shaft.
At the craftsmanship of the arrow.
Dude, you're just going downhill from here, bud.
Anyways, and make sure that it's not made poorly. So he examines the shaft. And
upon examining it, what does he do with the arrow?
He notices it's of good make, so he decides to, since they're out in the open now, back in kind of like the forest area, he's going to give a good test to see how well it works. So he goes to shoot it off at a tree in the distance.
Okay, and as Ben looses the arrow, it flies through the air, and it comes smashing into the tree, and all damage is done that an arrow would normally do to the tree, but as soon as it makes contact, and as Ben is taking his hand down from the bow, instantly the arrow is in his non-dominant hand.
Well, this is alarming, but convenient, I surmise.
Hey, that's a nifty arrow you got there.
Yes. Interesting armor.
Yeah, it kind of wiggles around, but I mean, it's nothing wrong with that.
I surmise.
It's alive. I mean, it's just kind of going.
It's a heart.
It's like you got worms wriggling around.
Yeah, now I'm just
on your
thinking.
chest.
Now I'm just horrified by this thought of this armor, like, slowly, like, constantly moving and creaking on you as you walk around.
You know, it kind of reminds me back when I had a heart. I can almost feel it pulsing.
Does it?
You know what I mean?
Can you feel tickling?
I'm not entirely sure. Give me a second.
You haven't tried that in any of your nightly endeavors?
Why would I try to tickle myself? I mean, I don't know what you'd like to do at night, but that's not my thing.
And Llew, after getting out of the cave, he immediately his eyes are on his boots. That they as they were coming out of the cave, it was creating these misty blue steps for him and his companions. And so upon getting out of the cave, he is quite alarmed at their power. And he looks down at them and notices on both boots, on the inside heel, it bears an insignia of 5 aces of playing cards and 2 6-sided dice, both with 7 pips on them.
Are these good-looking boots?
They're fairly handsome. I mean, they're about as nice as...
I doubt the Kardashians would wear them, but
I mean, they seem rugged in the sense that, not that they've been worn necessarily, but in the sense that they seek a more...
a more refined wearer?
No, someone that's actually going to be wearing them for their purpose and getting them dirty.
Well, shit, why did we let him get them?
Okay. Alright, cool. So you said, like, when I walked out, was it just me that had blue steps, or everybody?
As you approach the wall, the steps were created for both you and Ben and Krohl.
Okay. Ben, those steps that we just walked up?
Yes.
I think my boots did that?
And quite fashionable boots, too, I might add.
They are. They're very nice, actually. Maybe, like, they might be in, like, some of the outdoor magazines for real. Like, this is a good look for me, I think.
I know, I'm a little jealous, if I'm honest.
Yes, but, how did they make steps?
Magic.
And,
He does little finger wiggles.
in Ben's ear, you hear Silver in your ear say, dude, I think that was, like, the magic of, like, the Game Master. From what I've picked up on in this area.
So the boots didn't do that, it was the Game Master?
Well, I mean, I think the Game Master enchanted all the stuff you got.
Oh, well, then basically what I said, magic.
Ben, who are you talking to?
Don't they communicate, like...
Telepathically. Yeah, and as Llew says this, Silver is going to come flying in and land on Ben's shoulder. And you've seen the dragon before. He's already introduced it.
Yeah, we've all seen the dragon. I don't think we know that the dragon was the chicken. He knows.
Yes,
I don't think
correct.
I don't know.
Oh, hello. Were you talking to Ben?
Yeah, dude, I was.
Oh, okay. Do you know what my boots do? Should I tap my heels together? And he taps his heels together.
They go on your feet.
And
goes all the way
now,
back fucking to the start.
Sana, who's been perched on a tree in her bird form, comes flying down and, as she gets close to the ground, transforms into her human form. Well, actually, no, it's not the way that those boots' magic work. If you don't mind, I could look at them for a moment.
Yes, of course. Do you need me to take them off?
No. She just kneels down and looks at your boots for a moment.
Lou's gonna pop his foot up on a rock strike a nice pose.
Captain
Oh, wow, Prince Boy.
Captain Morgan, this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben chuckles.
Ah, I see here. This is the trickster's insignia.
Okay, I don't think I'm familiar with his work. Was he at Fashion Week?
What? No, I thought that you said that you've actually done studies on combat.
Yes, I have.
Look.
Unfortunately, most of my study was more, book related. I'm trying here. I don't really know.
Private study sessions with women.
Yeah. So, I guess what you never learned in your princely studies is that the trickster's insignia is actually something that warriors have been using for hundreds of years. It allows you to slightly offshift your opponent and give you an advantage in battle. That, or you can use it to reposition yourself and maybe not get a sword to the face.
Interesting.
Sounds like some extra dimensional shit.
Well, if I was actually gonna explain the magic to you, it doesn't actually sound too far-fetched from that.
Well, okay. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
Now for game mechanics.
Yeah. So, like, what do I do
Okay,
with
so
them?
game mechanics. You can use it over the course of one long rest. You get 3 charges on it, where when in combat, you can use it at the beginning of an opponent's turn. When they're going to attack you, you can choose to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay.
Or on one of your attacks, you can, if you have not used your movement ability, so if there's an enemy right in front of you,
Sure.
you can use it to basically make a small shift with your feet and find an opening in their guard and give yourself advantage on the attack. So now that you guys have taken a short little rest and examined these pieces, it is starting to get pretty late. You guys know from the maps that you found or were given in Lockmar that there is a small village nearby. So you guys, I assume, are probably going to make your way that way? Or would you like to just try to find essentially the village is by the Builders Road, so that's probably the way you're going to be headed. Spend the night there, or if you want to trudge through the night.
Do we want to head for the village rather than trudge through the night, or do we want to fight in our vampire? Because, we kicked the last one's ass.
We still have quite a bit of ground to cover, so... Excuse me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the map right now. Where are we exactly?
We are east of
Lockmar.
We're of Lockmar.
We're
on the Builders Road
okay,
there.
so we're going in. Okay.
Yeah, we're following the Builders Road, which will lead us into Hylier and down to New Hylier.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, we've still got a decent amount of ground to cover to get to the east. I say we continue on if we're all feeling up to it.
Well, I don't think I need to sleep, really, so I'm game.
Quick point, DM. Are we gonna pass? We're gonna pass by this town, or we have to go off the road to get into the town?
I guess I'll say it this way. If this is where you are and the road goes like this,
Yeah.
you can either cut a line like this to the road, or you can cut a line like this to the town. And then, essentially where your point is, you could just be in the woods longer before you got to the road, or you could go straight to the village and then go to the road.
So we're not to that town that's on the river
Gotcha.
To the east of Lockmar yet, are we? Or is that the village you're talking about? It's hard for me to see.
We're on the other side.
You guys are still pretty close. You're not to that town that you see. It's
All
just a small village.
Okay, so it's not quite. It's not really on the map.
Right.
Okay. I say we just press on. I'm down for that.
Yes, I think that we just continue on. We appear to be well provisioned. I don't think there's any reason to head into the town at this point.
Amen.
All right.
Moving right along.
So, our 3 compatriots are going to pack up their things and head towards the Builders Road and off east towards the Llew region.
Wait, do we remember where our horses were? Were they right outside the cave or whatever?
The horses are nearby.
Okay. So
The horses are well behaved. They generally are going to stick around as long.
Well, I wasn't
as
sure
coax them.
when he described
Look,
the
man,
cave
you guys
thing.
are so bad with it that I just have decided that we're going to do it like in The Witcher or something, where you can just call your horse from a mile away and it'll just come running to you.
Oh, you mean like in
Take out your ocarina and play a Pono
I mean,
song.
we never leave them
Right.
that far away.
No, but you guys also you guys haven't been very good about,
keeping track of our horses?
yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I've just been operating under the assumption that since we have horses,
Yes.
you're just going to assume that if we leave, we're taking them with us.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's just what I've been
All
operating
right,
under.
so we're continuing on.
All right. So you guys get back to the road, and you're traveling. The sun begins to set, and as the sun's setting, Llew decides that he's going to pour a glass and enjoy the beautiful sunset and celebrate the triumph that they just had in the Game Master's cave. And as he starts to get a little more drunk, he's going to begin singing some songs and trying to get the boys to sing along. Krohl happily joining in, whereas Ben is a bit more timid to start singing.
Ben's a basic bitch.
And by timid, you mean he does not join in.
Yes.
He's the awkward part of the group.
It's not awkward unless it feels awkward.
It feels awkward, bud.
Do you want me to come up with some singing here?
Oh, I would love that.
Okay. All right.
It's a long and lonely road. It's a long and lonely road.
copywritten
TM.
I
I don't fucking know.
I'll come up with something. We'll put it in post.
Sounds good.
Tankards empty, bellies full, soon to bed we must go. But round the room twirls a gorgeous lass, 'tis the barmaid on one more pass.
One more round she clears gaily, and who can resist a pretty lady? Another round, another round, another round we scream. Another round, another round, another round for me.
Now that round is finished, we really ought to leave. But just one more would taste so nice, and the lass is nearby dancing.
One more round she queries gaily, and who can resist a pretty lady? Another round, another round, another round we scream. Another round, another round, another round.
So now as
It's definitely
everyone has been singing and drinking and kind of just enjoying their time in the woods,
Except Ben.
Llew becomes more and more carefree as he gets slightly more intoxicated as the night goes on, and now as the moon is in full effect amongst their quite obnoxious singing, they hear a loud crack off to the edge of the woods, and immediately over the singing, it startles all 3 of you, and the horses even respond to this quite drastically and rear up a little bit.
Krohl leaps from Crystal, draws his trident, and looks off in the direction where the noise came from. Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
That was loud.
I'd say. Well, that's bull fucking garbage. That's a 5.
Almost not as loud as you two.
Hey, who's there?
I can't see too well.
Who's out there? Identify yourself.
There is no response of any kind.
I don't like this. Light a fire. Where's Joan? Where's Joan when we need him?
Are you postmodern?
All right. I surmise I shall try scouting around because what All this hollering is not getting us anywhere. So Ben is going to dismount Winifred, and he is going to go try and investigate, figure out what this noise is. He's going to have one of his short swords. Yeah.
All right. Ben dismounts Winifred and moves slightly forward and goes to pull one of his short swords, and almost immediately as he pulls his weapon, an arrow comes out of the woods and hits the sword, and without really hurting Ben at all, the sword goes flying off into the woods, and an arrow strikes the ground next to him.
Ben is going to then take out his own longbow and the antique arrow.
Okay.
And he's going to draw, but he's not going to fire. He's going to slowly move forward and be looking around. Specifically further, since they shot an arrow, they're probably further in, so he's going to be specifically kind of focusing more further back, but he is still going to be keeping an eye on anywhere between him and as far back as he can see.
As Ben draws his longbow with his arrow and cautiously moves into the woods, he fires his arrow and it immediately comes back to him, and then suddenly he hears a small ruffle in the brush, and then a voice from pretty much behind Llew now at the back of the group says,
"Your kind shouldn't be here."
Who are you?
And now from a completely different location.
That's none of your business.
Whoa, what the fuck? Show yourself.
And now from a completely different angle.
And have you three kill me? I'm not gonna do that.
What? He's teleporting.
And as all three of you are your heads are on a swivel, looking back and forth, suddenly Llew feels a ruffle on the back of his horse, and his keg is missing.
Whoa.
I'm gonna, so Sauna is on my shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna, kind of sort of turn my head to her and go up and see what you can see from up there.
She takes off and lands on a branch above you and is looking around.
Now, listen, can you at least tell us your name?
Like your people would respect me even if I had one.
You don't have a name?
I may not.
I'm gonna glance up at Sauna. Is she giving me any indication that she's seen anything?
She has moved to another branch, but still has not come back to you or said anything.
Okay. We're just travelers through here. We're not looking for any trouble.
Yeah, we're just moving on through. No need to be freaky and freaky-deaky and all that.
At this point, Silver is with Ben, correct?
Yep.
Ben is going to think to, or whatever.
Yes, telepathically.
Yeah, telepathically ask Silver if he can...
say it in voice.
Alright, Silver, if you could, I need you to circle around the area. Be invisible. That way, she can't see you, and figure out who or what we're talking with, her whereabouts, anything helpful that you can garner as fast as you can.
Yeah, sure thing, bro. No problem.
Puff the fucking magic dragon there. Okay.
And so now Silver's also going to take off and be moving around this area.
What is it you want with us?
Yeah, you got any particular quarrel with us? I mean, why'd you steal Lew's keg?
You're humans, aren't you?
Do I look like a human to you?
No, but you stink of death, and
hey now!
I can tell you, I ain't too fond of the dead.
Hey, there is no reason to be throwing insults around.
You deserve to be in the ground.
Excuse you?
You deserve to be in the ground.
Listen, lady.
You're unnatural.
Oh, well, go fuck yourself. You're unnatural.
Listen, that is very discriminatory.
And now,
do you know what year it is? We cannot discriminate like that anymore.
As this conversation is beginning to heat up, and as this mysterious figure is beginning to talk more, suddenly, Silver is going to cast the light cantrip on himself and basically shine a giant light right where he is.
And
okay.
While you do that,
Found you.
I gotta make a roll.
Does
Can I wild shape into a big black dog?
Sure. If you've seen a big black dog.
Yeah,
I've seen a big black dog.
Okay.
You've seen a big black dog.
No, he said he's seen a big black dog.
Is this near where?
This is.
Oh,
I mean, it's still very close to you. It's just off to the side of the woods.
So again, have I gotten anything from Sana at this point?
No, honestly, Sana flew up and was looking around. She couldn't see anything with her natural perception. And after she saw Silver take off, she just said, he'll find it.
I want my money back for this stupid ass bird. I have so many grand plans for this.
And you can't do
You
shit.
bought the wrong bird, buddy.
I'm gonna go back and buy another bird or something.
Ben's gonna duck behind a tree for a hot second.
Okay.
They can obviously see that something got struck by the light, so she's gonna run through them and whimper as she runs through the group, and then on the other side of them, she's going to change back.
While she does that, Kroll's not having any of this shit. He's gonna cast. Where are you? Death Grip on bitch with no name.
Wow. Derogatory terms being thrown around tonight.
Hey, she said I should be buried. She can die in a hole. Anyway.
She is a dog right now.
It can die in a hole. Anyway, you seize the essence of a creature in range and pull it towards you. The creature must make a strength saving throw. If it fails, it's pulled up to 40 feet directly towards you. You better make a strength fucking saving throw, bitch.
On a dog?
You're our dog.
On a dog.
Oh, do you have the dog stats or whatever? Here. I will look
Just
them
run
up.
your normal strength.
Oh,
okay.
Bitch.
Since you're transforming out of the dog.
What is that? Unnatural 20.
Well, you beat my spell saving, so you lucked out. Because otherwise I would have smacked your ass as you came flying at me.
At this point, on the other side of the tree, coming back out towards the group, bumbles a half Goliath.
Huh?
All right.
Oh, you mother...
And he's going to charge in towards this situation with Kroll and Hound that is now not a hound.
Okay, let's roll a strength contest.
All right.
What is happening?
I'm on the other, like I ran to the other side of them. Like, I'm out in the other side of the trees, and I am sitting there, and I transformed back into myself. Like, I moved past the trees into the underbrush again because I wanted to put them off of the trail that I was right there. The fairy dragon saw a dog, and the dog ran through them to the underbrush on the other side.
Right.
And
They're still suspicious because the giant light came right where you were, and then you came running from that area. They were watching the dog, you know? So, at this point, I guess you're still in the underbrush, but this half Goliath is going to be charging at you.
Strength contest, bitches.
They got a 20.
I got a 17.
Uh-oh.
That's what I rolled before my modifier.
As this half Goliath just comes charging into the underbrush, it grabs a figure that's in the midst of transformation between a large dog and a furbolg, and grabs it and tosses it out onto the path. And now we find our furbolg laying down in the middle of the road as it just got tossed, with all three of our adventurers looking down at it.
Kroll holds his trident down towards her neck. Now listen here. Hold still. And stop struggling and tell us who you are. See?
Don't try and escape. It's not gonna work.
Well, I kind of have a trident in my neck, so I don't think I'm going to be escaping anytime soon.
Now, we don't want to fight you. We just want to know who you are. We're not here for trouble.
Funny you think the trident's your greatest threat.
You think I'm afraid of you, Rockhead?
Krohl points at the half-Goliath. Now listen here. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'll get to you in a minute.
You probably know me as Ben.
Oh, fuck's sake, Ben.
But you can call me Gareth.
No, I'm gonna call you Ben.
No, Ben's a wussy name.
Fine, I'll call you bitch.
You better watch yourself, little man.
You wanna go? I'm already dead.
I love a good tussle.
Are you actually going to take that from him? You, a giant, and him, an undead.
Krohl,
you should be kicking his butt right now. What are you doing?
Krohl's gonna...
It's a good idea.
Krohl's gonna move his... Oh, fuck's sake.
He's gonna go and sucker punch Krohl.
Can I do a dex? Seeing as Krohl got punched, which means that the trident is off his neck.
Did he? Where's the roll for that?
Okay,
yeah, so I haven't actually hit him yet.
Phone.
What would you like to do, Ray?
I would like to roll out of the way, cast fog, and hide back into the underbrush.
That's assuming I get hit.
Yeah, well, you guys got to do a thing then.
I would like to say, as you guys can roll your shit. As this is starting, Llew is starting to dismount as they're.
Lew's been fucking sitting on the horse the whole time.
He's been crying for 5 minutes about his drink.
Well, what the fuck was I supposed to do? This whole thing has been like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
tried to do my great shit, but apparently Sauna's a fucking bitch and doesn't know how to do anything.
Sauna, you bitch.
Damn it, Sauna!
Roll a just normal attack.
Yeah.
Plus your strength modifier.
What was that? 11.
Bitch, you miss.
Okay.
And now, Ray, roll a stealth check.
That's a 6.
Can I?
And Ben?
No, wait. What am I doing?
Check.
Yeah, no, that's a 5. That's 5.
Even worse.
A dexterity check?
Yes.
Okay. 17.
Okay. So as Gareth swings over this furbolg on the ground to punch at Krohl, he overextends and Krohl kind of is able to just push him to the side. And as this is happening, the furbolg is frantically pushing to their feet and she's running away into the underbrush as Llew is going to jump off of his horse, and as his feet are coming to the ground and running to basically stop this furbolg, Sana is going to come flying in and give him a helping hand, and is going to transform into a
what is she?
What's
again?
a big animal?
A big animal?
An elk.
A bear.
Ooh, I like elk. She's going to transform into an elk and basically sideswipe
Oh, shit.
this furbolg as she comes down.
I can turn into an elk now.
Yes, you can.
Can you turn into an animal that another druid is currently in the wild shape of?
Yes.
You can?
Yeah.
You're welcome, buddy.
And Llew is going to basically be able to stop just in time as this elk comes in, and then he is going to turn to Sana and say,
Oh, now you want to help.
Look, little cousin, the whole thing of being in the sky is that I get to choose when I'm going to come in and join the combat.
So,
Okay, so I'd like to grab this furbolg.
Are you going to do damage to...
So I'm going to start talking to Sana in druid speech.
Okay.
Didn't expect that.
Hey, sorry. I, just helping out this ragtag team of stupid adventurers.
Says the bitch who couldn't see shit.
She saw plenty.
Oh.
Okay, so am I grabbing him or like?
Yes.
Okay.
You are, and she's muttering to Sana, in a tongue that you don't understand.
Okay, and I'm gonna yell over at the other two. You two, cut it out!
Kroll's gonna try and kick Garth, or what the fuck his name is.
Garth Brooks.
He's gonna try kicking what's his nuts in the nards as hard as he can before stopping. Like a last cheap shot.
Go raw.
Gareth.
Garth.
Gareth Brooks.
Gareth Brooks. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna make an attack with my foot. That's 14 against your AC there, bud.
No.
Damn.
He's the mountain half-orc, Gareth Brooks.
Gareth is now, as Krohl kicks at him and he sees it going for his no square, he acts so quick, grabs Kroll's foot, and just as Llew is yelling at them, he lets go of Kroll's foot and he kind of stumbles to the ground.
Fine. You got off easy there, Gareth.
And Sana is going to speak to this druid again and say, so, what is your story?
I've been looking for my family for quite a while now, and I wonder if humans did it. I really do.
Look, I hate being a human just as much as everyone else, but I've learned that they're not all bad. There's a few good ones, no matter how stupid they are. She tilts her elk head towards Llew.
That's the Crown Prince of Farland. I know him.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that he's the good one?
Look, he's a dumb kid. He's just trying to find his way in the world.
I'll believe it when I see it.
This is now as Llew is bringing her over to the rest of the party.
Okay. So I'm going to say that Llew, obviously he doesn't understand what you were saying, but he understands enough to realize you were having some kind of a conversation.
Yeah.
And so as he is sort of walking this furball over to the rest of the group, he's just going to kind of turn back to Sana. Is this one going to be cool?
I don't know. That depends on whether or not you're going to be cool.
Listen, I am always cool.
He sure is.
Well, yeah, he really is.
Furball, who won't tell us your name, can you be cool?
She takes the opportunity to snort and spits a big loogie in Llew's face.
Well, it would be like by his feet because she can't really like turn.
Yeah, I'm
around.
holding from like behind. Like I have a hold of your arms from behind.
Yeah, you're in a Nelson there, bud.
Not a Nelson. I'm not choking him.
So you gotta understand.
Suplex.
You gotta understand. She is almost as tall as Gareth. Gareth is.
You gotta understand, Llew's a strong boy. If you want to do a strength test on this one, we can.
Let's do it.
Kroll can help.
If you're trying to break free here.
Can Kroll help? Make the fifth?
That's a nat 20 plus 4.
Holy shit.
Make you roll. You're real good.
I would have to do a nat 20, and my strength is plus 4, so we would end up tying.
Yes.
So it's not worth it.
Listen, I don't enjoy having to do this. I just need to know that you will be cool so that we can talk. No more trying to do these crazy tricks and... and one other thing. Where is my barrel?
Check your back.
Check your back?
She glued it to the back of his armor.
I feel like you would know this.
With a little bit of sap.
A little bit of sap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sap.
It's also empty.
Oh, shit. How fucking fast are you?
Nat 20 stealth check.
Nat 20 stealth check.
Okay, so I guess Llew jumps up and down a little bit and realizes that it's empty. Where is what was in the barrel?
I think you already know where it is.
Oh, fuck. Alright, you two, come over here. We're tying this one up.
All right. Kroll comes over and grabs one of her arms to help hold her.
Took our booze, you lose.
And he grabs her other side.
Kroll's gonna take out some rope And
Clearly this one cannot be trusted. We need to tie them up right now.
sounds like a plan. We can drag her behind my horse.
Can I wild shape into that elk now?
Sure can.
Oh, let's do some strength checks, boys.
All right, are you wild shaping into an elk?
Yeah, because it's very hard to tie up an elk's legs.
Here,
I will hold this elk down.
I will elk tie you. Okay.
What is your
You have
your
to use
strength?
you have to use your strength modifier from your elk. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's do this shit. I'm rolling 2.
What are we doing?
23.
Strength checks against elk, and there's 3 of us versus 1 of it.
Oh, good lord.
I got a 12.
I only got a 10.
I got a 20.
How's that faring there?
I got a 23.
He's like, I don't fucking know.
Damn it.
Listen, Llew is not great at most things, but he's very strong and he has very good constitution.
And he has help.
As all 3 of you are hanging onto this furbolg, it suddenly transforms into an elk.
There goes one of your wild shape.
That's both of them.
That's both.
Oh, you're fucked.
And as it starts to move away, all 3 of these large adventurers put their backs into it and are hanging on to any hold they can find, and eventually all 4 of them end up toppling over and find themselves lying in a big heap on the ground, basically.
Good day. I'm Ken.
And I'm Steve, and we're the hosts of the Nerd Cantina show where nerd culture and society intersect.
Whether you come for entertainment news
or some space and science talk,
we are here to keep you informed on weekly nerd topics and discuss how they affect us as a society.
As well as having in-depth interviews in our Cantina Conversation and Fight Me Fridays.
Just like any cantina, we want you to join in on the conversation.
From our blog at thenerdcantina.com, our voicemail line, or our closed Facebook group at thenerdcantina.com/community, where we really get to interact with our fans.
So pull up a stool and get involved in our community.
Hey everybody, RJ here, hoping you're all doing well. Apologies if I sound a little bit stuffy. I've been feeling just a little bit congested this week. Anyways, first off, I would like to say thank you so much for listening to the show. We really appreciate it. I'm going to keep the rest of this short and sweet since it's basically the same stuff I always say, and you've probably heard me talk about it before if you've listened to the show. You can find our podcast on social media. We have the user handle Realms Nerds on all the social medias we're on. And when you make posts about the show on social media, please remember to use the Realms Nerds hashtag. Please feel encouraged to share the show with people that you think might also enjoy it. And please remember to give our show a like, favorite, thumbs up, review, whatever it is on the podcast app of your choice. Those all really, really help our show out. The links for all of our social media, podcasts that are promoted at the beginning and end of this break, as well as my Twitch streaming channel, links for all those can be found in the episode description. Thank you again to our friend Kyle for composing our show's main theme, and thank you as well to Justin of the Lit Gaming Arena podcast for his rendition of that theme that is used for the Vassanoka Adventures campaign. And of course, once again, thank you all for listening. It's so appreciated. You do not even know. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you all again when we release episode 29 of the Return of Ornon campaign. And until then, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, and enjoy the rest of this episode.
What's that crap? Listen to some real entertainment. Broadcasting loud and clear from the first state of the Union, the land of the 3 counties. I'm J-Man, and this is J360 Radio! Broadcasting live via Spreaker.com/J360 Radio from Tuesdays to Friday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Adjust for time. I'll see you there.
Krohl's gonna try as quickly as he can to tie its legs.
Okay.
Am I gonna have some kind of a check for this?
No. As you all fall to the ground, Sana is going to transform back into her human form and shout, "Guys! seriously, can we just, all sit down and just be normal people for a moment?
Tell that to her.
I tried to ask this one if it would be cool, and she said no.
You're children. You are all children.
Listen here.
The booze.
Listen here, see.
They tried to tie me up.
Fine. And she's gonna walk over to Llew, yank the keg off of Lew's back, and put her hand on it, and mutter a small incantation, and the barrel fills up again.
Create booze?
There you go. New spell.
It's a cantrip. Create booze.
And she's going to then drop the barrel, and you can all clearly hear as it makes a large thud. It is no longer empty.
Okay. Lew's gonna go over and taste some. How good is it?
It literally tastes the exact same as what was already in the barrel, because
Okay.
it is an exact replica of what was in the barrel.
What? You've been able to do that the whole time?
Oh my gosh. This is why you don't have magic. The universe knows that you just misuse it.
I mean, misuse is a term up for debate, but that doesn't negate the main point. This one, he points to the furball on the ground, will not be cool. I just need her to chill.
She talks to Sana again. This one's full of spare parts, ain't he?
Oh, you can tell me that again. Look. The way I remember it is that Ben just so happened to have a loose finger. His arrow flew off into the woods, and everyone was slightly alarmed. Thus, this whole situation ensued.
Well, hey now. She's the one going around spooking us.
You are in her woods.
Okay, alright, listen. Sauna, that is fine. And you, Furball, who still has yet to tell me your name, it's fine. We can accept Sauna's explanation. I just need to know, will you be cool and stop stealing things and such like other activities?
I just gotta ask you one thing. Where did that other human go?
The one that you're probably talking about, my retainer, Ben. This is him. He does a thing, and
he's not exactly human.
We didn't know he could do this thing until a week ago.
She's going to use detect magic on him, which is a innate racial feat that she has.
It's very weird. We don't know
on Garth
how he does it or whatever, but this is him.
This furball looks over at Garth and Gareth.
You're welcome.
Gareth, and does hit a once over of him and says,
"Jeez, oh Peach, he's a changeling."
Yeah, see, we're not all human. We got one whole human in this group, and you're all discriminatory, whatever the fuck you call it, against all of us.
Can you brush your teeth or something? You just reek. You just stink.
Now, Kroll, she has been very unfair, but I do have to say this is a valid point. When was the last time you brushed your teeth?
Brush it with booze, little man. Brush it with booze.
I mean, booze does cover the smell, but...
God, you're so fucking lucky. I have a bloodlust roll I have to make whenever I get insulted or just about anything. And I keep rolling good, but at some point I might throw my trident at you.
Listen, Kroll, it's coming from a place of love, but you do need some oral hygiene.
Now listen here. Unless they invent some kind of, I don't know, fresh teeth freshener crap you brush with a twig or some shit that keeps your teeth healthy or whatever.
Booze.
I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to freshen up my mouth. And booze ain't gonna do a trick.
Okay, anyways, all of this aside, you, Furball, can you please be cool so that we can stop all of this?
She looks over at Sana and she says, "You're the only one I really trust right now, but I promise that I'll be nice. For your sake." Yes, okay. bloody. I will play nice with you.
All right. Krohl, please untie her.
Very well. Krohl unties her and takes his rope back and just like.
And she wild shapes back to being a furbolg again.
There, that is much nicer. Now, since this has been very exhausting, and I know I've been keeping my stately demeanor, but I am quite drunk. Let's build a fire and sit down and just kind of chill.
She uses druid craft. You guys already had like a bundle of like a little kindling area and whatnot, right?
No, I mean, we were just traveling down the road, so we didn't have
we ain't got shit.
We didn't have a campfire set up or anything.
Krohl goes into the woods to gather some firewood.
All right, I think actually all four of you are going to take the horses and head just off the beaten path and find just a nice little area, a nice little clearing. And the Furbolg is going to actually, as Krohl is gone looking for firewood, is going to look around the campsite, grab a few things, and have a fire started in 30 seconds.
Oh, that's very impressive. Well, I do apologize. I have not had much contact with members of your race. What kind of things do you eat?
She narrows her eyes and just like shakes her head. Do you think that I just eat twigs and leaves and shit like that?
I mean, nothing so crude as that, but I mean, like, I mean, we have fish.
You bloody fucking spoon.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You fucking
food.
You fucking weapon. Of course I eat fish.
You just don't get called.
Well, all right then. Would you like some?
Yes, I would like some of your fish, sir. Please don't treat me bad, sir.
Now, listen, I'm trying to make this work here. This is something of an awkward situation.
Well, then bloody treat me like a normal being, then.
I asked you what you ate. Like, I don't know if you're like a vegetarian or what your deal is. There's no need to be so defensive. Like, I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to be nice. This is kind of a situation that was thrust.
She looks at Sana and she says, "So this is the bloody one that's going to have to deal with my people after his mom and dad die." Druid speech again.
Well, if he starts learning now, he'll be a wise leader someday.
Look, he needs some help. But, the only way that he's gonna get help is if someone actually talks to him and informs him of the world.
First off, Furbolgs don't have names. We don't have names. The trees don't have names. The leaves on the ground don't have names. The wolves, the squirrels, they don't have names. We don't have names.
Okay, that's I can understand that. So how do I address you then?
Bolgi. We'll call her Bolgi.
You can call me Raven.
Okay, Raven. I apologize for my impropriety in the previous encounters. I am to assume that you do not have any sort of dietary restrictions?
Look, I don't have the greatest opinion of humans, and I really shouldn't hold that against you. I don't even know you, so I'm sorry for acting like a snob. Let me dress these up for you. And she takes the fish and she gathers some herbs and vegetation from around and grabs a big rock and suspends it over the fire so that it heats up and starts cooking the fish.
All right, at this point, Krohl comes back with an armload of firewood, sees the fire already burning bright and shit, takes one look at it, throws all the wood down on the ground, turns around, walks back out into the woods, and does not come back.
Fish and booze, fish and booze, fish and booze.
You know what, Gareth?
Yes, little man.
I think in some respects I like you a little more than Ben.
Ha!
In all respects, I like me better than him.
Lou's gonna pour a cup of booze and hand it to Gareth.
Kinda small.
Unfortunately, I did not bring any Goliath-sized cups.
He tosses it back.
Can I do some kind of like survival check, see if I can find a wild animal to kill? Because I just failed my bloodlust roll and I need to kill something. And if I don't, I might actually attack him.
Yeah, let's roll a survival check.
I'll let you decide if it's decent enough.
And if I don't, I might explode.
That's a 6. You might be in trouble there.
Krohl
bud.
is unsuccessful in finding
Krohl
an
is
animal.
Blood is well, lack thereof. His blood would be boiling right now. He wants to kill something. He did not find an animal,
So we're going to cut to as Krohl walks back into the campsite and sees this fire and storms off. He feels deeply wronged by the fact that he just put so much effort into getting this firewood, and it appears as though basically they just disregarded his effort. And more so, he directs his anger at this furbolg, but as he storms back off into the woods, he's upset, and his blood begins to boil, and he feels the mechanical wooden apparatus on his chest begin to also beat with the non-existent blood in his veins.
Ooh, that's a thing.
And he gets a momentary clearness from this just, completely blinding madness that he has right now. And he's able to roll another check for his bloodlust.
Interesting. Okay, that's an 18. I'm safe.
And mechanics of that, twice per long rest, if you fail a bloodlust, you can choose. Now that you have it happened once by accident, you more so understand that this is something that there is a way for you to kind of control your anger. However, if it's a case where someone induces bloodlust and you'd like to enact it, you do have that choice.
So I can choose to re-roll it twice between long rests, you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
So basically you get advantage on that roll twice.
Cool. You're one lucky kobold, you know that?
Furbolg.
Furbolg, where the fuck you're called?
So when are you coming back into the
Yeah,
camp?
he's cooled off. He's gonna come back into the camp.
When he comes back to the camp, he says, she sees him and says, "It was Krohl, wasn't it?"
Yeah.
I accidentally the fire's a little too strong, and didn't you gather a little firewood? I'm gonna need that, actually.
Very well. He goes and picks up the firewood he had gathered that he threw down on the ground, and he piles it kind of near the fire so that they can use it whenever they need to.
You know, he seemed pretty okay for a undead boy.
And you're not so bad. I'll try not to breathe on you. I'll try to find a way to wave off the stench of death from my breath. However you do that. Hey, Gareth, or whoever the fuck your name is, pass me a grog of their drink, will ya? See if that helps.
At this point, Gareth is doing a keg stand.
Oh, cool. Fuck yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
Hey, So, Raven, while she was out collecting herbs and whatnot, found some wintergreen berries, and she hands them to Krohl, and she says, this might help you a little bit. When you eat winter berries, it's like chewing wintergreen gum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Oh, thank you. And he pops one in his mouth and starts chewing on it.
So the night rages on. Everyone is drinking a little bit and taking a moment to relax after this big unnecessary startle that they all put themselves in, and and soon everyone decides to go to bed for the night, and as you awake in the morning, everything is a little bit tough for you guys. Everyone seems to be just a little hungover, having, a slow start to their morning.
I think
Can Krohl get
there was
drunk?
a misunderstanding. Gareth did a keg stand. Like, y'all know what that is,
Does
right?
Ben wake up?
Yeah, Ben is the one that wakes up, and it's not bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, no, it was
yeah.
a very slow start to the morning.
Yes.
Well,
but as Ben wakes up, he finds himself still drunk because the body, his human body that he normally is in, has been abstaining from alcohol for years. Correct?
Okay.
Since last time.
We retcon that Krohl can enjoy sex, but he doesn't need to sleep. Can he get drunk? Is that a thing?
He ferments the inside of his stomach.
Okay.
So, as Ben finally rouses from his sleep, Llew is sitting near him and turns and looks at him with a huge smile on his face, and he goes, "Late morning, huh, Ben?
What?
Or should I say afternoon, since you've slept through most of the morning."
Hey, boys!
What? Sorry. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like some raw fish for breakfast?
But if you cook it, it'll be great.
Can I do a survival check to see if I found, eggs or something like that they could have for breakfast?
For breakfast?
Actually, yes. You both, Raven and Sana were up quite early this morning, and were chatting, and Sana was talking to Raven about, the druidic craft, and kind of just, they were having a small little bond sesh, and they decided that they were going to go out and look for some food for the morning.
Why don't they just turn into chickens and lay some eggs for us?
That's weird.
That's just fucked up, bro.
That's some weird shit.
Dude, I've already been through some necrophilia in this campaign.
I really like that idea.
That's how you guys want to go about doing it. Feel free, but I'm eating my child.
I'm not okay with this. I am not okay with this.
So I'm assuming that counts as a long rest.
You guys are well rested.
Oh, yeah.
Or not that well rested, but...
Well, I mean, as well rested as Krohl can
but
be,
you've
someone who
rested.
can't sleep. He just worked on scratching runes back into his sword, because that's how he casts magic.
So as Ben and Llew are waking up, they're starting to prepare some food. You guys have a small breakfast. Raven and Sana were able to find a couple eggs, and there was some bread that you guys had in your packs. You made some toast on some nice hot rocks, and all together it was a very
Bear Grylls.
Smells so good.
Oh no, this was a hangover cure for sure. Help soak up the alcohol a little bit.
Yeah, when Ben gets up to go eat breakfast, he stumbles a bit.
Ben.
Whoopsie daisy. And when he hiccups, he's suddenly a furbolg.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That's a great night. Oh,
the fuck?
And then he's Ben again.
Oh,
What the fuck was that?
well, I mean, he's a changeling.
Smells so good.
And he, I don't know.
But this is like
Ben
in his natural changeling form, not like his human form.
Oh, you're an actual changeling right now?
Yeah.
What does the changeling look like exactly?
Like a human, but not faceless. It's like a human, but its features are kind of bland, and it's like
they look like
very pale.
Do you
like
do you know they're like the alien gray?
Yeah.
They look like a more human like alien gray.
Ugh.
Like their skin is gray. They don't usually fare.
So you were just one ugly motherfucker.
He's a faceless
It's not
man.
ugly. It's just very plain.
They look like porcelain dolls.
Yeah, kind of.
Thankfully, he doesn't have to cut faces off.
Food sounds good.
Ben, this is both the most horrifying and the best day of my life.
It's a good day for sure. I feel good.
Now, Ben, have you ever heard of the expression, the hair of the dog?
Dogs have nice hair, yes. It's good to pet.
Okay, and so Llew is gonna pour Ben a little glass of liquor. Here, just take a little drink of this.
No, thank you. I don't drink. You know that.
Well, last night would say differently.
I don't recall drinking last night.
Oh, but Gareth does.
That's funny. It didn't sound like you said Garrett.
And Llew just looks at him.
This is Gareth the drunken half Goliath.
Yes, Gareth Brooks was very entertaining.
Oh no. And Ben's gonna fall silent at that point. At least as silent as someone who's still sort of drunk can be.
You did a longer keg stand than Krohl could. It was very impressive, and he doesn't even have lungs.
Well, I mean, I can talk, so I assume I can have lungs.
Listen, your like bio makeup is really an enigma. We're just gonna
at this point, it's
freewheel it.
questionable.
Krohl, have you ever noticed your teeth are more yellow? And he's gonna like start like playing with Kroll's teeth, like more yellow than your skin.
Now, you don't want to play with a dragonborn's teeth. Get them fingers away, or you might lose them.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I don't mean any offense to you, Ben. I like you, but
I smell breakfast. Is it good?
I wouldn't know.
Let's eat.
Kroll's gonna eat just
well,
for the
as
taste.
you approach the fire, does Raven say anything?
There he is. There's our special boy. Have a nice sleep last night.
Who are you?
He got so drunk that he can't remember who I am.
Let me tell you.
I can't remember anybody I've never met.
Raven, let me tell you, now would be a time to establish yourself as a complete and total badass because he has no idea what you are or who you are.
I thought the changelings were supposed to be able to, like, it's the same person, just different.
Almost. Some forms have really strong memory prowess and can block out me from retaining their memories, except for small flash. Oh, you're a fur. Yeah, I saw you. You were a deer.
A fucking what?
A deer. Like prancing, and we rode you or something.
She's just going to cut off the conversation completely and continue working on the eggs.
Can you like? Is it magic? Is magic?
She's going to still ignore him.
Oh, I have a headache.
Raven, do you happen to have any fruit on you?
She produces an she produces an apple out of her pack.
Okay. So Llew is going to take this apple and basically, like, kind of juice it to get some apple juice into a cup. And he's going to mix that with a little bit of the alcohol. And he's going to give it to Ben and say, all right, Ben, you need to drink this juice, okay?
What's in the juice?
It's apple juice. It will make you feel better.
Like cider?
Yes, like cider.
Cider's alcohol.
It's not... Cider is not fermented. It's not alcohol. Just drink it, okay? It will make you feel better, I promise.
The only thing that'll make me feel better is about 1,000 years of sleep.
Well, we don't have time for that, so up and at 'em.
Do you have any water?
No water. We only brought alcohol with us. Here you go. Bottoms up.
You just literally admitted that it's alcohol. You said all you have is alcohol.
No, the Furbolg Raven gave me an apple and I squeezed it fresh for you.
I don't trust you because you're always trying to get me drunk. Do you have another apple I can make my own juice out of?
So, Raven takes an apple and using some druidcraft magic increases the potency of the natural fermentation process inside of a normal apple and hands it to him.
Holy shit.
Thank you, that'll do nicely. And Ben is gonna juice the apple into a glass and drink it. Oh, that tasted awful.
As Ben drinks this hella fermented apple juice, he puts it all down and a few minutes later begins to feel a bit more clear-headed. He still feels a bit shitty, like he had a hard night of drinking, but
I wonder why.
It does feel a little bit more clear-headed and ready to start his day. And as breakfast is prepared and everyone eats, he feels a bit better, and you're all able to get up and get going with your morning.
Krohl gets Crystal ready to go.
Well, as everyone is getting their horses ready, Llew looks over at Raven and asks her where she would be headed now.
So, Raven, it's been wonderful getting to know you, but where are you headed, if you don't mind me asking?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really have much of a set plan. Nowhere, I guess.
Did Raven tell us anything while we were sitting around the fire about her background, or?
We're gonna assume that once everybody got a little alcohol in them, she told her backstory.
Right, loose lips and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, my Furbolg was 16, and she was out on a rite of passage, and when she, to dispose of a blight that was affecting her forest, and when she returned to her clan, it was gone. Like, not just the people, like the buildings, and where it once was just trees. Just trees. She was only gone for like a week or two. So, she's on a mission to figure out what the heck happened to her family and her clan.
So, essentially, for the past 3 years now, she's been wandering around the Murdog region in search of her people or anyone that might know where they could have gone. And so she was with the Giants for a short period of time, and they gave her some resources and a little bit of help. But ultimately, she decided that this was her task and that she had to find her people. So she took off on her own, and bada bing, bada boom, here we go.
Well, seeing as how you don't currently seem to know where your family is. You're welcome to journey with us, at least for the time being, and until you are able to find more information.
She ponders on it for a second, and... Well, honestly, I'm just going around in circles doing what I'm doing now, so I might as well.
Lou's gonna lower his voice a little bit. Before we leave, I do have to warn you. Krohl told us a lot of stuff about, like, death cults and, like, possible murder, and we might die, so, like, just, like, kind of getting you in on the jump that this could be pretty bad.
And then he hands her the non-sui, or what are they called? What are they called when you sign a
The NDA.
Yeah, the NDA.
Yeah, Lou produces an NDA out of his bag and hands it to Raven.
Sign here, and here.
No, but yeah, he gives her like the whole like this could be real bad speech.
As Raven and Lou are talking, Sana is going to come flying in and perch herself on Lou's shoulder and kind of just look kind of longingly at Raven, awaiting her answer as well.
Has she just been like spying on our conversation the whole time?
Sana does what she wants, dude. You don't know where she is half the time.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Fine, I'll come. I don't mind.
That is such a relief, because honestly, like, these other two have been making me very nervous. Just, like, with their general demeanor and their, willingness to get into fight. I mean, you saw them last night. They got into a fight over nothing.
Yeah, that could have gone bad. Alright, yeah, well, I guess off we go.
Well, I'm very happy to have you.
And Sana is going to speak to Raven in Druidic speech and is going to say, "Happy to have you aboard, friend. I really could use another good druid in the group."
These ones tend to lose a little health, do they?
Oh, you have no idea. I've made sure not to heal them, but you know, I think they're gonna need a helping hand sooner or later.
That bird's gonna wind up with a trident in it. I haven't been healing them, but you know what? At some point, maybe I should.
So, Prince Llew, one more member joining our merry band of misfits, I see.
It would appear so, Ben, and I'm glad that you're back to your normal gloomy self.
I'm never gloomy, but if you could refrain from speaking too loud, my head still hurts a little.
Alright, and everyone is going to mount their horses and, is going to break down the camp, cover up the fire, mount their horses, and head to the Builder's Road.
Does Raven have a horse?
Raven does not have a horse.
Raven is a horse.
Raven is a horse.
Okay. What happens when you run out of your druidic shape thing?
Hey,
Maybe
what level are
Sonic
you
can
again?
turn into a horse for
Level
her.
2?
You're level 2?
Yeah.
That's it?
No, I'm level 5, but I have 3 in
level 3.
Ranger.
The fuck? How do you get to be level 5?
I'm level 4.
I know.
What is this bull garbage?
What's this bullshit?
Calm your pants, guys.
My pants don't calm down.
Calm your
but
pants.
My pants
I will.
dance, see? See?
See?
My pants dance.
I've got dance in my pants, see?
I got squirrels in my pants.
What? Squirrels? Squirrels?
Simp.
I got squirrels in my pants.
I have
So you guys are all going to make your way to the Builder's Road, and Raven is going to transform into a
horse.
A horse? Okay. He's going to transform into a horse, and I think Raven is actually, Sana is also going to dismount Lou's shoulder, and she's going to return to her elk form, and Now, a whole little party of 5 are going to be making their way down. And as they take off...
I guess bye-bye Sulfur.
Sulfur doesn't count, apparently.
And as they're taking off from the treetops, Sulfur is going to...
Where has he been this whole freaking time? Just shining a light out in the middle of the place. Where are you?
He do his own thing.
Is going to come flying in and land on the back of Preston. And he's got a squirrel in his mouth.
I can turn into a squirrel now.
And
I can turn into a squirrel now.
You might want to start writing that down.
So Silver landed on the back of Preston?
Yeah, with a squirrel in his mouth, and he's going to speak to Ben and say, "Hey, dude, I heard you had, like, a killer night."
Yes, I prefer not to dwell on it, but I suppose I did.
You want some of this squirrel, man?
Squirrel is a bit too gamey for my liking, but I appreciate your offer.
Hey, man, more for me.
Absolutely.
And he's going to throw it up, give it a little torch, and then swallow it in one big gulp.
Oh, that's why I call Mongolian barbecue.
Llew, I noticed Sauna's not there. It seems you've been given the cold shoulder.
Yes, Ben, it would appear that I need to go back and talk to that bird dealer. I really should try to get my money back.
Oh, get
very
an owl.
bad investment.
I hear owls are very nice.
I should have got an owl. Or literally any other bird, because Sauna does not want to work with me at all, and I had...
Llew, I'm right here.
Yes, I know.
It's no way to talk about your cousin.
Listen,
she's very nice.
I had very grand plans for how me and my eagle could work together and just, like, be the best of pals, and it doesn't seem to be working out.
I'm working with you.
You literally told me that you would not tell me when you saw Raven just because you didn't feel like it.
That's not what I said. I clearly told you that combat is all about when you engage.
And you call me dour.
So what you're saying is you never engage, hey?
Can Raven cast Thunderclap behind Lew's horse so it bucks him?
Are you trying to kill his fucking horse?
No, he can't. She can't.
I think Raven might be out of, like, magic now.
Well, we did a long rest through the night, so I mean...
Everyone is walking down the Builder's Road in a nice V formation, and as the camera pans up into the treetops, and this is where we're going to leave our story for today.
Tankards empty, bellies full, soon to bed we must go. But round the room twirls a gorgeous lass, 'tis the barmaid on one more pass.
One more round she queries gaily, and who can resist a pretty lady? Another round, another round, another round we scream. Another round, another round, another round for me.
Now that round is finished, we really ought to leave. But just one more would taste so nice, and the lass is nearby dancing.
One more round, she queries gaily, and who can resist a pretty lady? Another round, another round, another round we scream. Another round, another round, another round for me.
It's definitely time to leave. The missus will be angry. But here's the bewitching barmaid back again to tempt me.
One more round, she queries gaily, and who can resist a pretty lady? Another round, another round, another round we scream. Another round, another round, another round for me.
Huzzah!
Ah, excellent, Llew. Haven't heard that one in a good long while.